Ever wonder why there's so many Republicans running in your Democratic primary? Or so many Democrats running in your Republican primary? Oh, you didn't know? Maybe you never voted in primaries, or maybe you didn't even know we have a primary coming up. Well, if you live in Pennsylvania, we have a municipal primary coming up next Tuesday, May 16th. The primary election, in case you forgot your high school civics, is when the members of each major party, Democrat and Republican, choose the candidates that will represent their party in the general election in November. So if you're a Democrat, you're voting to nominate the Democratic candidate for whatever it is, mayor, judge, school board member, or a whole list of other offices. You need to vote in this election because the results really do matter. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I'll talk more about them in another video. But for right now, I just want to talk about cross-filing, which is why you might notice something like this. Let's take a look at some ballots. Here's a Democratic ballot, and here's the school board candidates. A lot of Democrats running for school board, huh? Caltagirone, Eggleston, Fender, Broker, Emanuel, Soto, Cushing, and Bonson. Okay, let's take a look at the Republican ballot for the same precinct. And let's check out the Republicans running for the school board. Cushing, Emanuel, Eggleston, Bonson, Broker, Fender, Soto. Do those names sound a little familiar? Let's take a look at the Democrats again. Okay, and how about the Republicans? Alright. What's going on here? Well, there's 4 Democrats and there's 4 Republicans, but almost all of them are on both ballots. Here's the Democrats. Caltagirone, Broker, Emanuel, and Soto. 3 of them are on the Republican ballot. And here's the Republicans. Cushing, Eggleston, Bonson, and Fender, and all of them are on the Democratic ballot. Yep. Same names on both ballots. That's because in Pennsylvania, school board candidates can put their names on both parties' ballots. This is called cross-filing. If you're running for school board or for a judgeship, it's allowed. Why does this matter? Let's say you don't know who the candidates are. You walk into your polling place on primary election day and you ask for a Democratic ballot if you're a Democrat, or a Republican ballot if you're a Republican, and let's just say you pick these 4. Or you pick these 4. And let's say your candidates all win. Well, guess what? Now there's 4 school board seats and there's 5 candidates in the general. There's 2 Democrats and 3 Republicans. That's right. So Eggleston, a Republican, Broker and Emanuel, who are both Democrats, got nominated by both parties, and there's only 2 other nominees, Fender and Bonson, both Republicans. So if you're a Democrat who didn't vote in the primary, or if you voted for somebody who turned out to be a Republican after all, you just scored a serious own goal. Now there's 4 open seats on the school board, and all but 2 of the Democrats have been knocked out of the race before the general election. If you go to vote in November, you'll see 4 empty school board seats, but there's only 2 Democrats who are running for them. Pretty crazy, right? And guess how many votes that took? Well, in the last primary, the municipal primary election in the same district, there were 5 school board seats open. The difference between a primary winner and a primary loser was as few as 50 votes. Kahn was nominated with 372, and Pattinson was not, with 322. So a difference of as few as 50 votes can lock candidates out of races that you probably might not even have bothered to Google yet. So what's the moral of this story? Know your candidates, know your polling place, and get out and vote. To find out more about who your candidates are, check the websites of your county party organization. Here's the URLs of Chester County's Democrats and Chester County's Republicans. And polling place information and sample ballots and results are at Chester County Voter Services. Brought to you by the Way Forward, because community matters. wayforwardpa.org